The Italian government sent agents to Rose Island to investigate. Unexpectedly, the two agents were infected by the atmosphere of Rose Island and joined in the fun. They chose to settle on Rose Island because life here was so relaxing. This angered the Italian government, which immediately issued a speech refusing to recognize and never allowing Rose Island to become an independent country. Such actions not only failed to put Rose Island in crisis, but instead spread Rose Island's reputation throughout the world. With this free advertising, Rose Island received piles of citizenship applications from people wanting to become citizens here. This brought Rose Island one step closer to recognition. The Italian government became somewhat anxious and sent people to negotiate with George, offering him money he could never spend in a lifetime if he would give up founding the country. George was not tempted at all. He founded the country not for money, but for freedom. George's father was fired from his company that very day, and they also bought off several citizens on Rose Island. All three took the government's benefits and said they wanted to quit this absurd game. This scene made George want to retreat. His father, who had not supported him before, now encouraged him not to give up Rose Island, because his father had also dared to think and act when he was young. After working diligently at the company for half his life, not even daring to take sick leave, he was now fired with just one word. There was no point staying in a country with such a system. With his father's support, George regained confidence and ran to the European Commission to file a complaint. This body handles disputes between European countries. After meeting and discussion, they unanimously believed that everything George did was legal and compliant, and decided to accept the case. George thought that through his own efforts, he could preserve Rose Island. The next morning, a warship appeared before them. The president was furious and wanted to directly bomb Rose Island. This news spread through the streets and alleys, with major media competing to report it. On the warship, the general stood tall and proud, very imposing, because he had never fought such a confident war of aggression. He ordered the cannons loaded and ready to destroy Rose Island at any time. The former partners, hearing the news, could not bear to see Rose Island bombed, so they rushed to provide support. This island carried their dream of freedom, so they held hands and confronted the warship. Even if the other side fired cannons, they would not retreat. The general was somewhat annoyed and ordered the cannonballs to be fired closer. They had not expected the military to really dare to fire, but they only paused slightly before standing up together again. Having no choice to avoid harming civilians, the general used force to transfer the people on the island. In the face of absolute power, any ideal is futile. Finally, Rose Island was forever sunk into the sea amid a barrage of gunfire and ultimately destroyed. This vague, hazy longing for freedom will endure.